Hi everybody, it's Rob with Landshapes, Construction and Inspections by Rob. Also ask Rob to be home savvy on YouTube. Hey, here we are today at one of our flips. We are going to be trying out a Wagner Flexio 3500 sprayer. It's supposed to be multi-purpose, supposed to be able to do large jobs, small jobs, furniture, fences, interiors and exteriors of a home. So we're going to try it out here on a front porch that we're getting ready to spray. So we got a lot of fun surfaces to try it out on. We'll get to unboxing this real quick and we'll give you a quick review of what we think of it after we've also used it too. So here goes the unbox. Okay, so here we opened up our box. Inside the box we have the instructions on how to go ahead and use this. It comes with a handy dandy target so you can do a couple practice and setups of them. It comes multilingual so you can do it in multiple languages. Also inside of here it looks like it comes with a plastic bag liner for the inside of the cans so that you can load them up. Plastic baggie, we've actually inserted inside of one of the containers so that we can have a little bit easier cleanup. That's what the little baggies are for. So we'll let you know how that goes after we have used it and we do the cleanup. We'll do a little bit of a review of that part too on how the cleanup is, see if it's as easy as they say it is. The jury is out on that one. So here goes nothing. We have that. We have a secondary container. This secondary container is for smaller projects, of course. A little bit finer nozzle on it. This is going to be your power head for the unit, cleanup brush, a little bit of silicone for the O-rings that are in there for assembly, and also for after you have cleaned them up, just kind of keep them lubed up so that they stay in good condition when you're using them. Of course, you'll be able to load your container with paint before you put it together. We kind of pre-assembled this a little bit so that that's on there with the bag in. You tighten it up so it's ready to go. And then after we've loaded it, you'll place your nozzle on at a 90 degree from the head. You don't have to turn this because you'll mess the paint up. So just kind of that way, put them in there until it clicks in. It'll lock into place. Has some adjustments for air pressure here. This one here, I believe, is for the volume of paint coming out of the actual unit itself. On-off switch, trigger of course, and then your different spray patterns, whether it's a vertical or horizontal type spray pattern that you're looking for. Best way to look at it is the air is going to kind of pinch the actual spray pattern for that. So when you're practicing, you'll be able to get used to those controls on the front of it. And then this of course is the amount of volume or width of spray pattern as it comes out. Is best to probably explain what the narrow slash wide angle on that paint is. So let's put it together. We'll fill it with paint and see how it goes. All right, everybody, we strain all the paint before it goes through. It's even suggested by the manufacturer of the sprayer. Kind of gets all the debris or anything that gets caught in there, including any bugs that may have flown in there for you. We've put some cardboard down to kind of keep a clean work area. Definitely well recommended for doing any of your filling and any of the stuff that you have to do. Catches any paint, keeps the sprayer clean and all the other stuff there. So we're just going to go ahead and top off the sprayer here and get back to spraying. Hey everybody, here we are finishing up the end of our day. We ran about 2 gallons of paint through the sprayer, primer and paint also. I would say the primer is a little bit more of a liquidy substance, so didn't spray as good as we expected, but it actually sprayed quite well considering. It is definitely a small use product. I would not say this is for doing a large product, but in general, very pleased for how it performed and how it painted. The overall, we'll show you some pictures and stuff and let you know what that looks like. Here we we are doing the cleanup. We've disassembled our unit, took the blower head off, disassembled the paint in the cup. You can pull the bottom plunger out. The nozzle comes off in multiple pieces. The cup comes out. One of the things that I would say is that cleanup is probably average. I would say average not being a bad thing. It's more of just a typical type of cleanup for the average paint sprayer that we use and have used in the past. So I wouldn't say there's anything spectacularly easy about cleanup in general. Making sure that you do a good scrubbing, cleaning of all of the components. Pay particular attention to the inside of the cup to make sure that you get all the paint out, especially if you don't use the bag. We found that for the multiple uses that we used the bag for, it started to tear because we had put it on and off a couple times. So we went to using just the paint cup. So again, just make sure you wash and clean out the inside of the paint cup really well. The pieces and all of them, really just taking time to make sure that all the paint is off of everything so that the parts that actually could become plugged when you reassemble it and put it back on the gun or the unit, they don't have difficulty being used the next time because you didn't take time to clean it out. And just pay special attention to making sure that you get all the paint out of all of the nooks and crannies and the crevices way back in there. When you reassemble, make sure you use that petroleum jelly on the O-rings and on the O-rings back down in here. That's actually what that is for that reassembly process. A little bit on the extra overs is not a bad thing because when you clean up, it'll keep the paint from sticking to that plastic. They do make a stuff that you can spray on this to remove some of the overspray and stuff. It's going to get generally the typical overspray that comes from using the product for a long period of time. The overspray just doesn't come off as easy and stuff. So, but in general, we're very pleased. We're going to give it 2 thumbs up because it was a good working product. Again, please make sure you use some sort of a nose protection, dust mask or whatever, eye protection. You may want to wear some overspray coveralls like Tyvek suits or something like that. We're using a latex paint, so it's really not harmful to the skin, but it just kind of makes cleanup a lot easier and such. From that, happy spraying. We're going to get back, clean up. Thanks for checking in.